Do you ever feel like you are living the same day over and over again? You wake up, go to work, eat dinner, watch TV, and go to sleep. The calendar pages turn, but your life story feels stuck on repeat. Well, I am here to tell you that it does not have to be this way. Don't just exist. Live. Travel while you can. This video, this message is your wake-up call. It is the sign you have been waiting for to finally break free from the comfortable cage of routine and see the incredible world that is waiting for you. It's a call to add new chapters to your life, filled with adventure, discovery, and unforgettable memories. This is not just another travel video that shows you far-off, expensive places you think you will never reach. This is a practical guide to help you start your journey today, right now, from exactly where you are. I want to show you that travel is not a luxury reserved for the rich or the retired. It is a mindset. It is an action you can take this very afternoon. Hit subscribe now, share and like. Let's begin this journey together and unlock the door to a life less ordinary, a life where you are truly living. Routine is a comfortable blanket. It feels safe, it feels predictable, it feels easy. We build our lives around it because it requires very little mental energy. You know your route to work, you know your favorite items at the grocery store, you know what to expect from your weekends. But this comfort comes at a high cost. It slowly shrinks your world, until the four walls of your home and office are all you see. The routine that once provided stability now becomes a cage. Someday is the most dangerous word in the English language. Someday I will travel. Someday when I have more money. Someday when the kids are grown. Someday when I retire. But someday is not a day of the week. It is an illusion that keeps you stuck. While you wait, life happens. Responsibilities grow, energy fades, the world changes. The cost of waiting is not just missed opportunities, it is a life half-lived. The first step is simply to recognize the trap. The secret to becoming a traveler is realizing that travel does not require a passport or a plane ticket. It is a state of mind. It is about curiosity. Your grand adventure begins the moment you decide to explore the world around you, and that world includes your own backyard. Forget about planning a massive 2-week international vacation as your first step. That's like trying to run a marathon without ever jogging around the block. The pressure is too high. It's easy to get overwhelmed and give up. Instead, focus on what you can do this week or even this afternoon. Start with a local walk. Open a map of your own town on your phone. Find a neighborhood you've never walked through. Find a park you've only driven past. Find a historical marker you've always ignored. Your mission, go there. Walk with no destination in mind. Put your phone away unless you're using it to get lost on purpose. Look up at the architecture. Read plaques on old buildings. Notice the small details. Gardens, street art, people interacting. Let's talk about the incredible power of the day trip. It is the perfect antidote to a monotonous week. Imagine this. You wake up on a Saturday morning. Instead of chores and errands, you have a destination. Pack a small bag, grab a coffee, hit the road, driving towards somewhere new, riding towards somewhere new. Feel the anticipation build. The landscape changes. Radio stations fade in and out. For a few hours you are on an adventure, not a day off, a day on, dedicated to exploration and discovery. Low risk, high reward, minimal planning, small budget. You just need one free day. Think of that town you always pass on the highway. What is there? Historic Main Street, a fantastic little diner, a beautiful river walk. Go find out. Okay, you are feeling inspired. You are ready to move beyond your neighborhood walk and plan a real trip. Let's get practical. Big adventures are built on a foundation of small, smart choices. These tips will make your trip smoother, cheaper, and more enjoyable. They are the building blocks of becoming a confident traveler. Let's start with your time. Getting time off work can be a huge hurdle. Use weekends and holidays strategically. Next up is money, the most common excuse. You do not need to be rich. Be smart. Start a dedicated travel fund today, a simple jar for spare change or a separate savings account. Now packing. The golden rule, pack light. I promise you, you do not need as much as you think you do. For a weekend trip you should be able to fit everything into a single backpack. Roll clothes instead of folding. On-the-ground basics. Your phone is your most powerful tool. Download offline maps on Google Maps or Maps.me. And even with a translation app, take 5 minutes to learn a few simple phrases in the local language if you are going abroad. Section 6. Busting your biggest travel fears. Fear is the #1 dream killer. It builds walls around our ambitions and convinces us that the safest path is to do nothing at all. But travel is about breaking down those walls, one fear at a time. Let's confront the most common worries head-on and give you a simple, actionable tip for each one. The biggest fear for most people is money. The fear is that travel will drain your bank account. My fix for this is simple. Create a trip budget before you go and stick to it. Research the average costs for accommodation, food, and activities. This transforms a vague, scary cost into a manageable number you can plan for. The next giant fear is time. I'm just too busy. The fix is to start with a commitment you know you can keep. Do not try to plan a month-long trip, plan a single-day trip. Look at your calendar for the next month and find one empty Saturday. Block it out right now and label it Adventure Day. Finally, there is the fear of safety. The fix is to replace fear with information. Most places in the world are far safer than the news makes them seem. Before you go, do some basic research. Being prepared and aware is the best defense against fear, and the best way to ensure you stay safe while exploring. Section 7. Real stories from the road and the neighborhood. Stories are powerful. They show us what is possible. There was Sarah, an accountant who felt buried in spreadsheets. One Saturday, on a whim, she drove 45 minutes to a small coastal town she had never visited. She just walked along the pier, ate fish and chips from a paper wrapper, and watched the fishing boats come in. She told me later that smelling the salt air and seeing a horizon that wasn't a computer screen reminded her there was a world outside her office. Then there is Mark, a guy who was nervous about traveling alone. His goal was to try one new coffee shop in a different neighborhood every Sunday. It sounds tiny, but for him, it was a huge step. Over a few weeks, his confidence grew. This simple weekly ritual made him so comfortable with solo exploring that 6 months later, he took his first solo weekend trip to a city 3 hours away. It all started with a cup of coffee. Inspiration is great, but a plan is better. A plan turns a vague desire into a series of concrete, achievable steps. Today, your action for today is all about commitment. First, open your calendar and choose one day in the next month to be your adventure day. Second, get a jar or an envelope and label it Travel Fund. Third, tell one person about your plan. Section 9. The challenge. Your journey starts now. We have covered a lot. We have talked about breaking free from the trap of routine, the power of starting small with local trips, practical tips to overcome your biggest fears about money, time, safety. We have seen through simple stories that adventure is not some far-off dream but something you can access right now, in your own backyard. You have a simple, 4-part plan that takes you from this exact moment to your first real trip. All the pieces are here. The excuses are gone. The path forward is clear, simple, and exciting. The only thing missing is your decision to take the first step. The truth is, I cannot take that step for you. No video can. No book can. No blog post can. I can only show you the door. You are the one who has to walk through it. Change can be scary, but regret is terrifying. Do you want to look back on your life and see a long, unbroken chain of identical days? Or do you want to see a rich tapestry of experiences, stories, and memories? A life filled with moments that made you feel truly alive. The choice is yours, and you make it not with a grand declaration, but with a small, simple action. You make it right now. So here's my final challenge to you. I want you to take one single action from the Today Plan right now, before you click away or move on to the next thing. And now for my question, which I want you to answer in the comments below. Where is the first place you are going to go on your adventure day?